Hello everyone. Every time I speak something which is related to some kinds of problem, some kinds of motivation, today I am going to speak about something which is actually not being known by many people. Recently, I came across with a movie named as Donkey, which was released in India, and it's a marvelous movie. It tells us what are the consequences, how people face illegal immigrations. The subject of my discussion with you today is the prevalence of illegal immigrations through the donkey route. It's a concerned subject. Many people actually know about it, but they never speak due to lack of knowledge. There's a gap between information and to circulate that information. First of all, let's understand, if you want to work or study somewhere outside India or somewhere outside your country, many of my friends are out of this country, you need a valid passport, you need a valid visa, you need valid documents. Generally, due to lack of money, poverty, not having proper education, the countries don't allow you to study or work in their particular regions. In this situation, many people across the world follows a route known as donkey route. This means illegal entrance in that particular country. As many people's visa gets denied, so they take the help of the agents who work for donkey route. And it's unbelievable that these donkey route agents actually give you the package. It starts from 25 lakhs to 60 lakhs per person, and it's not a guarantee that you will reach at your destination, because you have to cross many countries, many boundaries, many regions, many valleys, dangerous forest, dangerous deserts, and you don't have that much of amount because you are traveling without any documentation. If anything happens to you, you may get ill, you may die over there. No one is going to claim your body. No one knows your identity. No one will give you the last cremations. So let's start with the topic. This topic is especially for the generation who thinks to work and study in future in abroad. You might have seen many of the ads displayed in Instagram, Facebook, and all of other places in the market. They guarantee you the visa, the working permit, the jobs, as well as the education system in other countries. But it's not a guarantee. If you have a valid documentation, you can take the visa directly. You can go legally over there. You'll get everything legally. You know all about it. That whenever you travel to abroad, you need a travel visa, proper documentation, permission letter, a proper amount in your accounts, a proper valid ticket, a return ticket also, place to live, and handful of cash or some kind of money as well as a travel insurance also. But when you choose a donkey route, you don't have all these things available with you. You're deprived of basic necessities with lots of danger to lose your life. In US and UK and Europe are the destinations where maximum Indians every year reach through this donkey route. Many of them are held by custom protection as well as border protection forces, and they have been arrested and kept in jails. Later on, they are deported to the same country, that is India. That means if you're trying to go over there illegally, you will be returning like a criminal to the country. You are spoiling the image of your country. The American authorities in November 2022 has reported 97,000 Indians illegally tried to enter US and UK territories. It's a huge, huge number. Youngsters, especially in Punjab, are always thinking of working in Canada, because in India we say Canada is another Punjab. Youths from Haryana have also joined this revolution, and they are also taking these kinds of route to reach US. Haryanvis like US more, whereas Punjabis like Canada more. The first leg of donkey route is that the first step is the most popular donkey route from India is to reach Latin American country like Ecuador, Bolivia, Guyana, Brazil, and Venezuela. The reason behind choosing a Latin American country for transit is that reaching these countries is easier for Indians. Sad to say, because when you arrive over there, you may get an arrival visa, or you may be handed over to another agent who will make you cross that particular territory. Not only do these countries provide visa on arrival to Indians, those requiring for pre-arrival visas easily get by tourist visa to Indians. Also, the agents that manage the illegal immigrations are based in these countries where they have links with the illegal trafficking people. Everyone, my research, what I have prepared, I am telling you from my side. You may be having another theory. You can accept it or you can deny it. One more alternative route. In some cases, the agents arrange a direct visa for Mexico from Dubai. But directly landing in Mexico is considered dangerous, as there is fear of arrest by local authorities, because local authorities are very prompt regarding Canadians and Indians. So most agents land their clients in Latin American country and then take them to Colombia. That's another route. Third route, from India to Pakistan, Pakistan to Iran, Iran to Libya, Libya to Palestine, then Palestine to Oman, then Saudi Arabia, and then UK through Turkey. What happens in between this? The crossing, you have to cross a Panama forest. After arriving in Colombia, you know that Colombia is a bit drug trafficking people's country. I'm not blaming any country, but what entirely I'm having this particular research report from my side, I'm telling you. After arriving to Colombia, the migrants enter Panama, where the route involves crossing the Darien Gap, a dangerous forest between two countries. The risk including a lack of clean water. That means you can be dehydrated or you can be suffering from hepatitis while in your journey. That can land you to death also. Wild animals. Criminal gangs, because I have just mentioned Colombia. Criminal gangs, which can lead to robbery and even in some cases with ladies, rape also. In one of the reported cases where I have studied, a named Jitendra from Haryana was robbed for their money, phones, and even their clothes, shoes while crossing the forest. They had to trek in the cold and snow barefoot. So tragic. The journey take about 8 to 10 days, and if something goes bad or the migrant dies, then there is no way to send the body back to home. There is an alternative and safer route from Colombia also. I've discovered the fourth route also. Where migrants avoid the dangerous forest of Panama, the route starts from San Andreas, where fishing boats with illegal immigrants or the fishermen cries around 150 kilometers from San Andreas and then transferred onto another boat to move forward to Mexico according to the reports. Though this is an international report, whatever evidences I'm presenting in front of you is my research since 1.5 months. After that, I am in front of you. When you enter to Mexico, from Panama, the migrant head to Mexico for entering the US border, that is Guatemala, is a coordination center for this route. It's a transit route. Mexico is a critical path on the entire journey as it involves hiding of the government agencies. You can hide from government agencies, especially in Mexico, because Mexico is very near to US. 3,140 kilometers boundary separated the US and Mexico has only fences, which the migrants have to jump across. Many others cross the dangerous Rio Grande River. However, more migrants were detained after crossing the border rather than while crossing the fence on the entering by the sea. In any case, US Army or US Border Forces, they arrest you. So you land into a condition in which you will be deported again. Now, as I have already mentioned about entering from Pakistan, Mexico, Iran, Libya, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Latin American countries, Guyana, French Guyana. Now I will now we'll know about the route through Europe. Many migrants have also Europe instead of transiting from Latin American country, though it is easier to go Europe to Mexico. But the route is under the lens of authorities. Again, authorities always lens the persons who are traveling from Mexico to European countries. Despite the odds of the dangerous route, the donkey method is the most popular method of illegal immigration in Punjab, Haryana, and expanded to of Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, and Gujarat also. The donkey route is offered to the people by a vast network of visa agencies operating in Punjab, regions of varying degrees of legalities. If you are not having legal documents, they offer you the path of donkey route. These agencies often break rules, exploit any legal loopholes, or have links. The criminal smuggling networks across Europe operate across several Indian states. So I would say that it's a kind of nexus which is working over here. So this is so tragic that people leave their houses, sell their property, and give this money to the illegal people to earn in pounds, to earn in dollars. There's no guarantee that they would return or they would be alive while reaching their destinations. Now, if we say that the tragic journey of some families with children also, the journey always has an evolution for illegal immigration. This immigration system, if opt by legal method, is much more safe rather than illegal method because it doesn't guarantee you. The economic drive and society pressure, economic factors play a pivotal role in pushing individuals to opt for donkey process. As explored in the transcript, the lower middle class demographic culture in various South Asian countries without the means of qualification for legal migration, societal pressures by setting abroad is seen as a status symbol, contribute to the complex web of motivations behind this risky journey. So, this is a kind of risky journey, dear. This is not a kind of easy journey. It's no guarantee. Nothing you will get. In any case, if you reach to that country also, you're not having anything valid identification. How could you get the first aid? How could you get being treated from a fatal disease? How would you get a prescription for a doctor? You have to live in shady places. You won't acquire your own house. You won't acquire a car. The dreams which people usually say or see in their dreams cannot be fulfilled without a legal documentation. Rising numbers of dangerous US Mexico border. US Mexico border is considered as the most harbored place for illegal immigrations since 2019 due to pandemic. The world's most dangerous border, from extreme weather condition to the presence of the drug cartels and the challenges faced by those attempting of the Tangi process, are daunting. My research says that navigating an asylum process and challenges faced, any country, if you reach by crossing borders without any documentation, the Immigration Council asks you what is the reason behind it. If you say that you are insecure in your country, the country will provide you the asylum. The asylum may be from 10 to 15 years. In this 10 to 15 years, it is not a guarantee that you will be given the citizenship, but they will provide you an asylum, a protection from their side, because you are not being protected in your own country. But you have to say that I want an asylum. Like political, generally, recently we have seen that Sri Lanka's political leaders have flew to some other country, Singapore, and they asked for asylum. This is what happens. The role of visa agencies and exploitation. This is an investigation of the visa agencies in facilitating the donkey process, revealing a spectrum of services offered from forging documents and budget options that leave individual near the border. They don't help you to cross the border, they leave you on the border. You have to cross by your own. The risk associated with these journeys may not justify the pursuit of the better life, the story, and the service of the poignant reminder of all human cost. We cannot say that this process can give you a good life. But if you are not having a good life, then you will be landing into a miserable life. So I request all the Indians, all the South Asians, all the Chinese, all the people who are poor, deprived of education, try to get educated. Go to schools, get a valid degree, get a valid documentation, get a valid visa. Learn to speak the international language to pass your test for visas so that you can go to that country in a proper process, not by choosing the process which will cost your own life. From my side, I will say I have been always working for education. I'm always trying to tell my students what's the value of education. For 1.5 months, what I am researching, going through all these things, studying various cases, almost around, I've studied 25 to 30 cases. Some from Philippines, some from China, some from Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, Syria, Libya, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Oman, some parts of Palestine. All these cases have made me understand this is not the right way. It's much better to be in your country rather to go somewhere else and in between die without your family. Your family will always think that you are alive. but you are no more in this world. No one is going to claim your body. No one is going to give you the last rituals. So I request every parents to don't get lured. I request every student not to get lured into the ads of Instagram, Facebook, and other kinds of hoardings without getting an authentic certificate or authentic proof. It's much better to go to the embassy. In which country, whatever country you want to go to the embassy. Ask them the process. Take the help of an experienced person who has already visited over there legally. With this thought, I would end this video and hope that you might have understood what I am going to say in the last. The last what I will say, don't choose the wrong way. Choose the right path. With this thought, good night.